We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center position. They get it back. Zubac, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And it's Morant missing.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Zubac, the pass to Jackson. Right side, Leonard lets it go from deep. No good from Zubac. About 1 minute into the first quarter.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Now Leonard. Following the miss by John Morant from deep. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. George passes to Morris. Back to George. He dishes it to Morris. A three.
This team leans on Jaren Jackson Jr. defense. It can be a difference maker.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Outside for Jackson. Jackson against Morant. Right side Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Grizzlies with another miss. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you, and in some ways it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, George. Leonard looking over the floor. Outside for George. That shot off. Grizzlies have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Morant against Jackson to end the cold streak, and the rejection by Zubac. George passes to Jackson. Count the basket.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Things like this prove he's a team player.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant outside. There's the pass to Adams. Another shot outside for Jackson. Good on the three-point shot.
The potential of Jaren Jackson is endless. A center who has a tremendous J.
Jackson against Morant. Out to Morris. George dishes to Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. George. And George able to finish. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
On the left block. Bank shot. No good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by John Morant. George, no good. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 5. Leonard finds Zubac. And here is Morris. Back to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
And an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Now here's Morant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Good on the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Jackson down low. Guarded by Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Morant with it. And it's Brooks in the corner. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the 1.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistently.
Deflects the pass. Leonard finds Jackson. Here's George. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, if you polled players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
Bain, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Zubats against Adams. Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Jackson's got 5. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens on the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Here's Morant, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Brooks. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. And the dunk by Zubats.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Morant. The Clippers getting the bucket. Brooks, the best of Morant. Jacks up a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. He's got 5.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. Morris finds Jackson. Back to Morris. George with the ball. Pass to Zubats. A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
On the wing, Morris. George against Bain. Back to George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Leonard, no luck. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came in threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would break dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
And it's Morant missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Los Angeles with another miss.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Outside, Bain launches a three. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Morant against Jackson. Morant drives in. And Morant throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Leonard. No points in the game yet for him. Jackson misses. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Morant kicks to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Clippers lead by 4. Jackson against Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's Morris for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away.
The Grizzlies, 19.
Half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Wall and Powell are the guard set. Albert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And here's Wall. After Tyus Jones getting his shot to go from deep. Covington against Williams. And there's a whistle that goes on John Conchar. That's his first foul.
First team.
The inbound. Here's Powell. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
Good read there from Covington. Adept at realizing when to dish it to a teammate.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here's Clark. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Now here's Wall. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Wall. Good D by Jones. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. The lead is 2. Here's Conchar. The kick out to Williams. Jones looking for an opening. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. The shot, no good. The Clippers shooting for the game at 42%. Ball against Jones. It's Powell on the wing. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land. Powell's got 5 points so far.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Jones for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Jones has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Memphis.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Jones. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Clock at 6. Conchar, the pass to Jones. Over Wall. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Wall with the slam.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Now here's Jones. 6 points for him. Got a hand on it. Now here's Powell. Guarded close. Here's Mann. Takes it out to Covington. Here's Wall. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And a strong guard. Wall takes the hit and still can convert.
This is it to Jones. It's stolen by Wall. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. There's Covington. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Conchar. Stop the run. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from outside.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Good on the shot. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball passes to Mann. Kicks to Covington. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Wall against Jones. Wall passes to Mann. Powell for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Powell's got 10 points in just the second half. Norman Powell. He's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with... And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Morant against Jackson. And finished off by Morant.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Jackson kicks to George. Out to Morris. Back to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris dishes to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
Second free throw, no good. Jackson against Morant. Back to Adams. Stolen by Zubats. Here's George. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's Jackson. He kicks it to Leonard.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
Morant against Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson. Leonard with the steal. From deep, George sinks the triple. George has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Clippers. Jackson against Morant. And they double up Morant. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard kicks to Jackson. There's the three. Offensive rebound.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Here's Morant. That one wide left.
Okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like the defense was waiting on him that time.
Jackson dishes to George. Back to Jackson, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Richard, you grew up in Arizona. What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving it. Chris Paul, he has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We could do this all day.
We could indeed. Now here's Morant.
Clever play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself out while in the air.
No good on that one. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them to within 10.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
Jackson up top, guarded by Morant. Morris outside. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. 14 points for George.
And on offense, George has looked totally focused. He's clearly committed to having a big game tonight.
Morant passes to Adams. And he banks in the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Los Angeles.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for George.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the court, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And it's George again missing. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Trailing here by 8. And the shot goes down.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
George looking around. Outside Jackson. And George kicks to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Morris. Here's the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. The 3 from Morant. The shot comes out. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you.
are scary, a finals level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at point guard. And for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now here's Russell, down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Towns for 3, and the three-pointer goes.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
Kicks it to George. Stolen by Russell. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Towns has got 5 now.
And just so great to see a big man busted up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move, wow, incredible.
Leonard for three. He can't get that one to fall. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. McDaniels passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And here are the Clippers now. 7-point differential. George passes to Jackson. And here's George, guarded by Edwards. Here's Jackson. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
When Jackson is attacking, going downhill, good things happen.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Now here's Russell. McDaniels passes to Russell. Here's Towns. That shot's good. Russell making the play. He has 7. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Here's Towns. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Timeout called. The Clippers. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Russell against Jackson. George outside. Good work defensively by Towns.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Gobert. George against Russell. And here's Edwards. Left side McDaniels. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Zubac with the steal. Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And the Timberwolves with possession. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Russell. Uses the glass on the layup.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Here's Russell. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. George against McDaniels. George drives in, and that one good.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. 6 to shoot. Back to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Now here's Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the opening quarter. Morris can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-4 run. Russell to pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. 5 on the clock. Russell from outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And coach must have had a really good look at this one. He called a coach's challenge for the out of bounds violation.
This call is all about viewing perspective. A lot of times a coach may have a better view of this call than the official.
The previous play is under review.
The bench and see what looks like an obvious mistake on this call. You almost have to challenge, no matter.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out of bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. Great D that time from Zubac. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 11 point. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. They get it back. Pass to Russell. Towns against Morris. Outside McDaniels. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Here's George. The kick out to Morris. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Zubac passes to Jackson. Leonard for 3. Drops in the 3. Leonard's got his first 3 points of the game.
The three-point numbers for Kawhi Leonard, they show this man is elite from deep.
Pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. Here's Gobert. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And Spydi with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Over George. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Lets it go from deep. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
Another stat they're doing well is in blocks. They're keeping their hands up and closing out quickly on shooters.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Gobert with it. Oh, and Gobert power powers it home.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
George finds Zubats. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels covering. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. George with a steal. And stolen by Edwards. To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. When you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Now here's Towns. He's got 11. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Nice move. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Leonard to three. Gets the three ball to go. Leonard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Driving to the basket. Back to Russell. Here's Gobert. Pass to Russell. McDaniels with it. Over Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. From 13. Again, the Timberwolves score.
Just pure shooting ability from Towns. Exceptional. A big guy who can do it all on the offensive end.
Jackson. Pass to George. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Russell against Jackson. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And George with the basket on the assist from Jackson. George has got 10 points.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Push.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
The Timberwolves, 28.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Ball and Powell is the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And he gets the bucket.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Powell. Back to Wall. It's tipped. Fast break, Minnesota. Pushing it up now. Here's Rivers. Here's Prince. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter. Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Leonard outside. Morris outside. The layup off target. Minnesota shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Russell finds Towns. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Pass to Morris. Back to George. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Jackson. Clock at 6. It's George on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
He hits the second from the line. And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times, and he's a block machine.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Morris can't hit. Here's Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Towns has got 15 points. Russell against Jackson. Can they get it? And the dunk by Jackson.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Russell to pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Now here's Edwards. Oh, wow!
He went way up.
And he jams it home with authority.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Leonard. 9 points in the game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Russell.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Goes back up. Gobert, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Morris passes to Jackson. Oh, and Towns with the block.
The defensive chops of Towns, able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all of the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." PA?
All right, thanks, Allie. Here's Russell following the score by the Clippers. Lets the 3 fly. Towns can't get it to go. The Clippers have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. And the jam by George.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. 29 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Towns passes to Gobert. Zubac with the steal. Here's George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Here's Russell. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Let's go with a three. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Ooh, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry them into the final quarter.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Zubac passes to Morris. Oh, got a piece of it. Leonard outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I just love how they're taking advantage of their chances to run, and they're pushing it. Fast break points can win you ball games.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Now here's McDaniels. Now Gobert. Outside Edwards. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
That's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Clippers really having a tough go here. Leonard outside. The kick out to Morris. There's the three. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Now Edwards. Here's the floater. Gobert. It's rebounded by Zubac. Los Angeles shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Here's George. Unable to get that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Pass to Towns. Edwards with it. Here he goes. Whoa! Did you see that finish?
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Jackson outside. Leonard passes to Jackson. And here is Morris. Leonard up top. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. The free throw drops for Leonard.
An offensive juggernaut and aggressive defender. Kawhi is just the total package, in my opinion. Brings a winning mindset as well.
Now here's Edwards. Out left to the wing. Towns for three. And another three from Minnesota.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Right wing. Towns for three. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the Clippers now. They trail by 14. George against Edwards.
Jackson.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Now Gobert. Back to Towns. Launches a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard outside. The shot comes out. McDaniels with some nice D. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Morris. It's blocked by Gobert.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Karl Anthony Towns.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Now here's Edwards. Off target with the 3. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Morris passes to Leonard. George against Edwards. Back to Leonard. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Russell with the ball. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
going to keep talking.
You're right. They play well. David, thanks. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Now here's Morant. Great tee that time from Edwards.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Nice move. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Now here's Morant. Well, if you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist clock, you've come to the right place.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
Good on the triple.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Russell against Morant. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Towns. Edwards kicks to Towns. There's Russell with the 3. And they recover it. Back to Towns. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First 2.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Russell. 6 to shoot. He kicks to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. That one's not going to go. Great tee that time from Bain. Here's Morant. And then Morant cramps it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Towns with 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside Jackson. Morant left side. Towns with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's McDaniel. Down it goes!
Take that rack down!
What a slam!
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Pass to Brooks. Down low, here's Adams. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Gobert finds Towns. For 3, Edwards hands it from downtown. Edwards got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Brooks. Payton for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Russell against Morant. Now here's Towns. Tight defense on him. No good. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Here's Brooks. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Russell kicks to McDaniel. To the paint. Here's Gobert. It's tipped. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Bain. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Gotta have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
Oh, here's Here's Edwards. He's got 6. Outside, Towns. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've got... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. It's his first trip to the line. Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend of the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Lone opportunity.
Fires the 3. And no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Russell kicks to Towns. Back to Russell. The pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Edwards got 8.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Morant against Russell. Out to Brooks. Plays it up and banks it in. Brooks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Russell. The Grizzlies pull it in. Now Morant. 6 points for him. And he goes right over to Angelo Russell and slams it in.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And former Grizzlies small forward Mike Skinny Miller here in Memphis to watch the game.
Top 30 all-time in three-point percentage. He was one of the game's elite marksmen.
Russell passes to Edwards. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Morant surveying the D. Pulls up on the elbow. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Outside, Russell. Out to Edwards. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Outside, Dane. Jackson in the corner. It's it alive. Morant on the follow. And now it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
Have to respect Morant's activity on the offensive glass. Has an outstanding feel for when to go and attack the board.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here's Russell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to McDaniels. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Shakes him. 4 on the clock. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Rudy Gobert.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Out to Brooks from outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Here's Russell. Dishes it to Gobert. Russell passes to McDaniels. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. And it's Morant missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. McDaniels finds Towns. And he makes good on the layup.
A high percentage shooter from the field. Towns recognizes what good shot selection is.
Here's Morant. He's got 10. 30 seconds left now here in the second. On the wing, Bain. No good, unable to end this run. Timberwolves trail by 5. Edwards passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Here's Morant.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Grizzlies lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
We've got Tyus Jones. Williams is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar into the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Inside, it's deflected. Reed with it, working on Williams. And that one is stuffed right through.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Chalk up 2 there, and the Grizzlies lead by 3.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Kicks it out to Prince. Anderson up top. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. Reed the pass to Rivers. And here's Anderson in the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Reed. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the way in.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Jones with it. Pass to Aldama. Puts up a three. That shot off. And Minnesota will come the other way. And Anderson kicks to Prince. It's Rivers on the wing. And there's the pass to Reed. Here's Noel. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Memphis leading. Jones finds Williams. To the inside. Here's Aldama. Reed with the block. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Prince in the corner. Anderson outside. Back to Prince. For the lead. You can't get that one. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Jones. It's Rivers with the rebound. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. There's the drive. Noel passes to Prince. Timberwolves passing it around. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Jones, no one around him. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
Here's Conchar, guarded by Prince. Pass to Aldama. Kicks it to Jones. To stop the drought, he takes it up and lays it in. Jones has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Just too good a player to leave open.
Pass to Anderson. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Rivers. Here's Prince. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Rivers can't get it to go.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got his first basket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
To the wing right side. Here's Reed. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Brandon Clark. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the first. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Timberwolves on top. They're up. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 of the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Anderson is out there with Green. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Torian Prince. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard spot. And the Timberwolves call time. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Thank you, David.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
On the wing, Bain. Outside for Jackson. And the pass to Bain. And stolen by Russell. Out left to the wing. Feeds it to Gobert. And that one is off. Adams, some nice D. Morant against Towns. And then Morant put in.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Outside, Russell dishes it to Towns. Out to Russell. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant against Edwards. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Towns against Jackson. Now here's Morant for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They've held a 12-point lead early. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Bain. Lets the free fly. Brooks finds Jackson. Here's Morant. That shot off the mark. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Edwards passes to Russell. Back to Edwards. Trying to get something going. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
People are holding their breath a little, wondering if Edwards can take care of business here.
It's the first that brings them within 2. And Edwards drops them both.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. And Morant goes it down.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Here's Russell. Vinegar that time. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Morant kicks to Bain. It's good from long range. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. We've got 1:28 left in the game. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. Russell passes to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Morant passes to Bain. Morant reaches to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Remains collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
The kick out to Towns. McDaniels passes to Towns. From outside, off the mark.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Morant against Russell. And finished off by Morant.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And it's Morant with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one. And so the Grizzlies take the win. It was a fantastic. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. Endorsed when you're playing in the same conference, the rivalry is real. These teams in particular have bumped heads for years.
Well, rivalries are built when something is at stake. And when you look at the entire history of this matchup, the peaks and valleys for each club, there's a little bit of distaste, which always makes for interesting viewing.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in it to one. Jackson against Morant. George passes to Jackson. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
He took the opportunity when he saw it. George has got 5.
Now, Paul George has been exceptionally consistent from three-point territory. That fluid shooting motion is something else.
Morant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
And Morant drops them both. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Leonard against Brooks. Leonard passes to George. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Jackson against Morant. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Morris against Jackson. Outside Bain. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. And another miss by Memphis. Jackson finds Morris. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. Pass to Morris. Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, Kawhi Leonard pure from the corner. Nice delivery, Kawhi.
Right side Morant. Back to Brooks. Now Morant, defended by Jackson. Morant with the bucket. Give him 8.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Jackson against Morant. Here's Morris. George passes to Morris. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. The putback. It's good on the putback. Leonard's got 5 now.
This has defined Kawhi Leonard's game going back to college. He understood rebounding is important to winning.
Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. A minute 53 left to play in the first. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Jackson finds George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
How about that pass from Reggie Jackson? Right on the money, folks.
Jackson against Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Shot is up. And no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Bain. Fires for 3. Kept alive. It's stolen by Leonard. Jackson, pass to George. Here's the 3. That doesn't go either for George. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Jackson, pass to Morris. Leonard with the ball. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Morris outside. For 3. That one no good. And here's Bain. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game in Memphis. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you win against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, the strength of Kawhi Leonard's game is in the painted area. He is so consistent as a finisher.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris finds George. Off the mark there with a 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
He plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Jackson against Morant. Up top, Jackson. Pass to Leonard. And here's Morris. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Morris passes to Leonard. Up and over Brooks. Leonard can't get it to go.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Kicks it out to Jackson. All alone. And another basket for Memphis.
This guy is tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Out to the right wing. Morant, the pass to Adams. Back to Morant. On the wing, Bane. Outside Morant. Tries again. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Jackson. Zubac with the steal. In transition, here come the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Bane. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Jackson down low. He's working on Morris. Brooks finds Morant. Drives to the hoop. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, an electric player. Morant just bouncing off the contact and finishing on the drive.
Jackson outside. George passes to Jackson. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the jam by George.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A minute 31 left in the second quarter. And it's good for 2. Morant's got 16 points now.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Leonard outside. Launches it. That shot missing. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside Bane from the arc. It's rebounded by Morris.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Inside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Jackson finds Zubats to the inside. From about 19, and George with the basket on the assist by Zubats. 11 points in the game.
And Paul George knocks that one down every time. He is a threat to score from any spot on the floor.
Jackson against Moran. Jackson on the wing. 10 points for him. 4 on the clock. Morant, no good. George outside. Counted from distance.
Well, Paul George simply stated as playing at a high level, getting to his spots and riding this wave of scoring.
And it's Morant. Oh, my goodness.
That is incredible.
Powered it home.
Not fair at all. Did you see it? Now that's how you rock the rim. Give him the 2 points and add a little.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis, impacting the game in a number of ways. The man is relentless. And don't go far. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bane in the backcourt together, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Here's Wall. Soft touch off the glass. Wall's got his first points in this one.
We're talking 6'3", 210 pounds. John Wall's frame, deceptive at the lead guard position. Interior scoring is not an issue.
Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. Conchar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Wall against Jones. Here's Mann. Here's Batum. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jones from outside. Pass to Aldama. On the wing, Conchar. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Clark finds Williams. The Clippers grab the miss. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball. Memphis leading. Jones with the ball. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Yep, that one's good.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Pass to Mann. Now here's Powell. Outside Wall. Out to Covington. 5 to shoot. And he can't get that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. To the right side. Here's Aldama. Sinks that one from the post. And now it's an 11-point Memphis lead.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Out to Covington. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Jones. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Batum had some very quick points for him on that possession.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Here's Conchar. Howe covers. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Aldama. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And it's Batum penetrating. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, we know this about Nicholas Batum. He's about the last guy you want to send to the free throw line. Above 80% for his career.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Now Jones. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Powell with a steal. Here's Mann. Williams defending. All for 3. Here's Mann. Blocked. Outside Jones. Williams with it. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Wall with the defensive effort. Powell finds Batum. For 3, Covington. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Conchar. From deep. Knocks down the triple. Conchar's got 6.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Here's Wall. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And so it's Memphis with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The Hustle. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Oh, pretty on-point pass there by Reggie Jackson.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting 55% for the game so far. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Outside Morant. Misses the layup. The Clippers trail. Leonard for 3. They get it again.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
To pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Leonard against Brooks. And the jam by George.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Jackson finds George. Back to Leonard. Over Brooks. No good off the back of the rim for Memphis. They've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Right side, Moran. Elbow shot on the way. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
So good at taking what the D gives them. Morant keeping the game simple.
Pass to Jackson. George against Bain. Morris for 3. And it's Bain with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Adams. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Off the left rim and out. The Clippers running out of time. Here's George with the drive. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got 4 rebounds now. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. And here's Moran outside. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 5 rebounds in the game. George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Jackson on the wing. 3-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer like Paul George, it doesn't matter where it comes from. In that instance, hey, just catch and shoot.
Morant, pass to Adams. No good there. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Jackson can't get it to go.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Jackson against Moran. And he drives in. 3-pointer Brooks. On target from range.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Outside Moran. Pass to Jackson. 4-3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
The kick out to Morris. Shoots over Jackson. That one a little long. Bain against George. Now here's Morant. Back to Bain. From downtown. Off target with the shot. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. And finished off by Leonard.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge to the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Here's Jackson following the three by Minnesota. Morris outside. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Towns. Back to McDaniel. And he drives in. Paul George grabs the miss.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Russell passes to McDaniels. To the wing on the left. Towns with it. Leonard picks him up. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. If they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and McDaniels with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jackson kicks to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Russell on the run, and the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. 1:58 left in the first quarter of the game.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
And George kicks to Zubac. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence. And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Clippers leading by 5. quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Leonard finds Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Russell dishes to Edwards. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, just 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Gobert, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
It's stolen by Edwards. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Russell's running, and the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
A nice shot by George.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Russell against Jackson. Basket counts. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that one, good.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Russell. Has to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
George. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Got it up. That shot, no good. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. They grab their own miss. Short. Gobert with the block. Towns with it. Leonard picks him up. Towns, the pass to Russell. Back to Towns. Leonard with the steal. George looking over the floor to the paint. Morris finds Zubac. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Craig, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle you. That could bother you at times, but you really just try to maintain your focus and keeping your eye on the prize.
Just powered that was one of the game's top dunkers. Jackson kicks to Morris. And he could not get that one to go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more
the previous play is under
the fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Gobert trying to get open. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George, that's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 12 points in the game.
Oh, man, Paul George right now, he's on fire, and the D looking helpless.
Pass to Towns. Edwards with it. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. You look at the shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection, great consistency.
Here's George after the basket by Minnesota. Eyes again. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson passes to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson.
That's tenacious play in the paint from Kawhi. Just insisting on getting to that shot.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Edwards. Paul George grabs the miss. L.A. has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. It's stolen by Edwards. Passes it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
And George kicks to Leonard. And the 3-ball is good. Leonard's got 9.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Gobert. 12 points for him. Up and in on the way. 14 points for him.
Big night for Gobert. This team has become more and more comfortable leaning on his offense.
Takes the 13-footer. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Outside, Russell. And finished off by Gobert.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
George dishes to Morris. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Russell. Towns, a screen on Jackson. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Now here's Towns. Paul George with the steal.
Awesome defense, just outstanding.
Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Timberwolves. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
Checking out the group for SuperLu to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3 slot.
Well, teams want to get Covington off the three-point line and make him uncomfortable. But he shows you he could finish off the bounce.
An efficient scorer. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
And he does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings. And that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Minnesota calls timeout. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rivers against Wall. The kick out to Anderson. The pass to Noel. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Kicks it out to Covington. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Noel, no good.
Yeah, I can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Here's Wall. Here's Batum. Pass to man. Here's Wall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Here's Anderson. Banked in off the glass. Anderson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Just a man. Driving inside. Reed with the block. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Wall. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Rivers passes to Reed. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Great D that time from Batum. Takes it inside. Man gets the bucket.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Timberwolves leading by 3. And Anderson kicks to Prince. To the middle. Here's Reed. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And now the Clippers on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
And Batum playing with some aggressiveness here, drawing that foul.
Both free throws good from Batum. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. This is the Prince. Back to Rivers. Timberwolves passing it around. Clock at 6. Pass to Reed. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outside, Covington. Driving the lane. That one goes in. Covington's got his second basket of the game.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
For Minnesota, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. The kick out to Anderson. 1:06 left to play in the third. Great D that time from Batum. It's Powell with the drive.
Not surprised Norman Powell can get up.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Prince on the wing. Rivers against Wall. Here's Prince. Lays it up off the glass. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
The pass to man. Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Covington. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A three-pointer off the mark. Prince, the pass to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Clippers trail by 3. It's Wall with the drive. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Wall's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. From deep, Prince. And that one released in time, but no good. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard SuperLu talking with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Leonard finds Zubats. Left side, Jackson. Back to Zubats. Outside, Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson passes to Leonard. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Over in the corner, Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Buries it from 3-point range.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Russell against Jackson. The kick out to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Morris passes to Leonard. Morris outside. From deep. They get it back.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Russell dishes to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morris kicks to Zubats. Here's George. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Lots of throwback stuff to Kawhi's game as he's just feasting now in the mid-range.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Gobert in the corner. Back to Edwards. Morris with the block. It's stolen by Edwards. And there's the feed to Gobert. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by 1. Out to Russell. There's the triple. Good, and as this goes to town.
But D'Angelo Russell not scared of the big moment.
Gobert against Morris. Zubac, that's good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Russell gets it to go.
Again, Russell able to dance behind the screen, and once he's able to set you up like that, it's over.
Morris looking over the floor. Leonard the pass to George. From past the arc. Rebound Minnesota.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. You have to use better judgment there.
Here's Towns, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, big spot. Towns with a chance here at the line. He's someone this team relies on.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
From deep, George doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Towns with the steal. Edwards kicks to Gobert. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. So they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
That one is off.
At the line for the Clippers.
And he sinks the second. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Russell. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
Pace game Today, it seems, these teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Greg.
Hey, B.A., get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet, believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Back to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And whenever Adams is aggressive on offense, it helps big time, especially when he's dunking it hard inside.
Outside McDaniels. He takes it in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Here's Morant. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
The shot by Russell, no good.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Tipped. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Now here's Edwards. Going inside. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Pass to Edwards. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Here's Towns. And stolen by Morant. Fires the three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bain. Back to Edwards. To the left side wing. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Putting that 7'5" wingspan to use. Jackson with great timing on the rejection.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You were so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
And Minnesota calls time here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Russell against Morant. Towns for three. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Russell against Morant. Outside Bain. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota the other way with it now. McDaniels against Brooks. Second chance effort. McDaniels passes to Gobert. That one's good. This game is all even.
And this is where you get Gobert the ball. With his size and length, he's so tough to stop from there.
Pass to Bain. Over Edwards. Back to Brooks. Brooks. Picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Edwards. Takes it inside. Oh, Adams with the block. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
He's got an elite combination of speed and athleticism. Morant, he is special when he gets out in the break, though.
And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Nice move. Crafty move. And it's Gobert with a rebound. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Here's Towns. Second chance shot. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Powered down after the assist. Led him to the lane.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Now here's Morant. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Adams uses the glass to finish the layup. Adams has got his second basket of the game.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Down low. Now here's Towns. And that's not going to go. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by a bucket. And we'll return shortly. Yeah, some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shake the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Morant against Russell. Pass to Towns. And here's Edwards. Back to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Outside McDaniels. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Left side, Russell takes the 3. Well, with roster sizes expanding and the addition of two-way contracts, the NBA has 100 more roster spots than around 12 years ago. RJ, how's that changed things in your mind?
Well, you just need so much more scouting and development. When you look at the different teams around this league, the ones that have continued success are the ones that are always able to find those diamonds in the rough. It's easy to get somebody good with the top 5 pick. Show me a team that can find somebody with the 30th or 35th pick.
To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. The 3 from Bain. Good. And the setup by Morant.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And Minnesota calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. Here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have.
Moran against Russell. On the wing, Bain. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
The vision, the ability to throw every type of pass. Morant's already reached an elite level as a playmaker.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Steven Adams.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
That one's no good. The Grizzlies have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Moran. Minnesota with a rebound. Outside McDaniels. Left side Edwards. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
A defensive stalwart. Gobert knows this team expects him to be their anchor as well as rebound the rock.
Good on the second one. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Moran against Russell. Now here's Moran. Defense right on him. Here's Adams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. Fast break, Minnesota. Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball.
Yeah, another miscalculation. They are really their own worst enemy right now. It's why they find themselves way behind.
Here's Moran. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
1:21 left in the first half. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
Russell against Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Russell against Moran. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Now Edwards. Clock at 4. To the left wing. Here's Towns. Adams grabs the miss.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
On the wing, Bain. Guarded by Edwards. Outside Moran. Pass to Jackson. Over Towns. Jackson can't get it to go. Towns against Brooks. Towns passes to McDaniels. Boom! He jams it straight down.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. They've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with John Conchar. And it's Clark in at the center position.
First team foul.
The Timberwolves trail. Here's Rivers. Pass to Anderson. On the wing, Noel. Jones with the block. On the wing, Conchar. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Nas Reed. No good on that one. And the second free throw is good. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Oh, Dama, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Oh, and Reed with a block. And they get it back. Here's Conchar. Back to Clark. Just 3 to shoot. Jones from outside. Sinks the tray. Jones has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Rivers. Pass to Noel. Here's Reed. Clark covers. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And here's Morant. He's got 15. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Morant against Russell. Here's Gobert. Another shot. Pass to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Edwards outside. That shot off. And Memphis taking it the other way down.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
And that was sweet. Here's Morant. Counted. Now 8 for 13 with that basket. You know, for Triple J, it took time to develop. Year 4 with Memphis was a special one, Richard.
Jackson unlocked his defensive potential amongst the best shot blockers in the entire league. You have to give those young guys time before making a true judgment.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Russell to pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Morant. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Welcoming any physicality on his way out. Morant enjoys that type of challenge.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. And Minnesota has possession. 11-point game. Russell, the pass to Towns. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Morant against Russell. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Edwards lays it up and banks it in. Edwards has got 5 now.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And it's Morant off the drive.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Bain against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. And he lays it up and in. Give him 8.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Morant, the pass to Adams. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Now Towns from behind the arc.
They love what Jackson gives them defensively. Great instinct, size, and mobility.
And so it's Memphis in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They hold a real solid. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Towns finds McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Outside Bain. Pass to Jackson from outside the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Edwards against Bain. Now here's Towns. Clock at 6. Here's McDaniels. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Kicks it out to Jackson. 3-pointer. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Towns. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Desmond Bain, and Towns' 3-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Fades away. No good that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Morant with it. Russell covering. Morant against Russell. Now here's Morant. The D's right on him. The three from Bain. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Morant, no good. The Timberwolves shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Pass to Russell. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Morant. Here's Adams. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. Why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
McDaniels passes to Gobert. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Russell against Morant. To the inside. Outside Bain. Pass to Morant. The three. Now here's Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Right side Morant. Up and in on the layup. Morant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Edwards, the pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Back to Towns. Pass to Gobert. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Morant against Russell. Up top, Morant. Jackson on the wing. Bain with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. There's Jackson with the three. They get it back. And so they foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And what really distinguishes Jackson is his touch shot. Most young bigs are still developing that.
And here's Minnesota now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Pass to Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes a three. And here's Bain. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. And another miss by Memphis. Bain against McDaniels. Gobert passes to Towns. Outside Russell. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Morant. Brooks with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
McDaniels finds Towns. Over Jackson. And another basket for Minnesota.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
Bain against Edwards. Bain with it. From deep three-point range. And the miss. And so the Grizzlies take the win. This was a hard-fought win.